Starting to speak in English is one of the most important steps for anyone who wants to improve communication skills, gain confidence, and open doors to new opportunities. Many learners feel nervous when they first begin, but the truth is that learning to speak any language is a gradual process that becomes easier with practice, patience, and the right mindset. To begin with, it is essential to create a strong foundation in basic English vocabulary and phrases. You do not need to memorize thousands of words in the beginning. Instead, focus on learning the most commonly used words and expressions that you will need in daily life. Simple sentences like, how are you? What is your name? I am fine. Or where are you going? Can help you start building confidence. Once you are comfortable with basic sentences, you can slowly expand your vocabulary and start using new words in your conversations. A very important step in learning to speak English is listening. Listening helps you understand how native speakers use words, pronounce them, and form sentences naturally. You can listen to English news, podcasts, movies, songs, or even short clips on social media. Try to pay attention to the way speakers stress certain words, the rhythm of their speech, and their intonation. Once you listen, try to repeat what you hear. This technique, called shadowing, helps improve pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. It is not necessary to copy perfectly in the beginning. What matters most is that you practice regularly and train your mouth to get used to English sounds. Another effective way to start speaking English is to practice with yourself. Many learners feel shy about speaking in front of others, but speaking to yourself is a safe and powerful method. For example, you can describe what you are doing during the day. I am cooking rice. I am going to the market. Or I am reading a book. You can also try to talk about your plans, your feelings, or your thoughts in simple English sentences. This habit allows you to think in English and gradually reduces your dependence on translation from your native language. The more you practice self-talk, the more natural speaking will feel when you communicate with others. Confidence plays a big role in speaking English fluently. Many learners hesitate because they are afraid of making mistakes. However, mistakes are a natural part of learning. In fact, every mistake you make brings you one step closer to improvement. Instead of worrying about grammar perfection, focus on expressing your ideas clearly. Even if your grammar is not perfect, most people will understand what you want to say, and with time, you will get better. Remember that children learn to speak their mother tongue by practicing and making mistakes, not by studying grammar rules. Treat English in the same way. Practice speaking without fear, and accuracy will improve naturally. Another helpful technique is to practice with a partner. If you have a friend, classmate, or colleague who also wants to improve English, you can set aside a few minutes every day to talk only in English. You can choose simple topics such as hobbies, food, daily routines, or future plans. If you do not have a partner, you can join online communities, language exchange platforms, or even use apps designed for English learners. Talking with others gives you real-life practice and teaches you how to respond quickly in conversations. Reading is also connected to speaking. When you read English books, articles, or short stories, you get familiar with sentence structures and vocabulary. To connect reading with speaking, try reading aloud. Reading aloud helps you improve pronunciation and trains your mouth to get comfortable with English sentences. It also boosts your confidence because you hear yourself speaking clearly. Additionally, you can pick a small paragraph and try to explain it in your own words, which is a great exercise for developing fluency. Consistency is more important than intensity. You do not need to study or practice for many hours in one day and then stop for a week. Instead, practice a little every day. Even 15 to 20 minutes of daily speaking practice is better than 2 hours once a week. Small, regular efforts build long-term fluency. Make English a part of your daily life. Think in English, speak to yourself, read a few lines, listen to short clips, and repeat sentences. Over time, these small habits will combine to make you a confident English speaker. It is also useful to learn some common conversation patterns. For example, greetings, introductions, asking for directions, ordering food, or making plans are situations that come up often in daily life. If you memorize and practice these common dialogues, you will feel more prepared when you face similar situations in reality. Rehearsing dialogues can give you the courage to start conversations without hesitation. One more important aspect is pronunciation. Speaking English clearly does not mean you need to sound like a native speaker, but it is important to make your words understandable. You can use online dictionaries that have audio pronunciation, or you can watch videos where teachers explain how to pronounce difficult words. Pay attention to sounds that are different from your native language and practice them regularly. Clear pronunciation helps others understand you better and makes you feel more confident. Finally, keep a positive attitude throughout your learning journey. Speaking English is not something that happens overnight. It requires dedication and patience. There will be times when you feel stuck, but if you continue practicing and expose yourself to English every day, you will definitely improve. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. If today you can introduce yourself confidently, that is already a big achievement. If tomorrow you can hold a 2-minute conversation, that is another success. Step by step, you will find yourself speaking English with ease and confidence. In conclusion, the key to starting to speak in English lies in listening. Practicing simple sentences, speaking with yourself, interacting with others, reading aloud, and staying consistent. Do not let the fear of mistakes stop you because mistakes are your best teachers. With daily practice, a positive mindset, and gradual exposure to English, anyone can start speaking fluently. The journey may feel challenging in the beginning, but with patience and effort, you will reach your goal and enjoy the confidence that comes with being able to communicate in English.